Hey, what's up? This is Torin with Upfluent TV, sitting here with my boy.
Joseph Aaron, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Upfluent TV, where we speak the language of culture to influence positive change.
Yes, man, I'm so excited that we're doing this. This is our first episode, and we're going to be digging into ideas that are seen in everyday student culture. Now, Joe, we are not experts on music. We're not experts on pop culture, and we're not experts on people, but we are observing the cultural conversation. We're exploring it, and we feel like there are things that we can all take away from what is happening in the world every day.
Absolutely. I love the way that you said that. And, today on the first episode, we're going to explore cool kids. So let's talk about cool kids.
Yes. You want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, man. The big thing for cool kids for me, I love that line at the beginning. I don't know if it's in the song, actually, but it is in the video, where she kind of defines cool, and she says it's being unique and someone who you want to be and how you see yourself. And
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting the way she defined it, because it was like it's who you want to be, but then again, it's how you see yourself, but people aren't always how they want to be, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's the first thing. We have a band here. The age range is 15 to 22 or 23, so they know what's happening. They are right in the middle of student culture, which brings to mind like the whole little fishbowl of being a teenager or being a 20-something, and you're in school and there's all these cliques. And I remember I had an encounter as a 28-year-old recently where I walked into a room and you could just immediately identify the cliques in the room. And I think it's crazy how she's kind of pointing out this wall that stands in the middle of student culture, and that's cliques and groups and, based on social status. And I think it's calling us to really pay attention to this and be intentional about knocking that wall down.
Absolutely. The way that it's kind of weird the way when they sing the verses, they take you into the student's life. First it's a girl, then it's a guy, and they walk you through. It's almost like that student is trying to peer over the wall, as you would say, into the cool group, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all their conceptions about who these people are in the cool group are completely wrong. They've completely
Yes.
misjudged them in the same way that they feel like they've been misjudged in their
Right.
value. And I gotta give it up to Echo Smith, for just representing that and recognizing, the way that everyone is misvaluing each other and misjudging each other on the basis of some sort of fake social status that isn't even real.
Yes, because if we were able to knock down that idea, to knock down that wall, we would see that everyone is broken. And that's the illusion that we live in every day. It's that everyone's okay. Like, well, they have it all together. They're the star of the football team, or she's a cheerleader, or whatever group you fit into. It's like this illusion that you're the only one with issues and you're the only one with a problem and you're alone in that, when the reality is everybody is broken,
Everybody.
which means everyone is a different shade of cool.
Right. Everybody. Nailed it. So it
Yeah.
comes to this kind of culmination where she says, I wish that I could be like the cool kids because all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. And that is like the prima value that you could possibly place on your life. Like, they fit in. So I want to fit in. And that's more important and more valuable in my life than anything else. And, talk to me about that whole concept.
Yeah, that you said some stuff, that was really good with being a misfit and fitting in, and I think you're going to hit that. But what I was thinking was we shouldn't live life trying to fit in. We should aim at seeing in. to the brokenness of other people. You know, the difficult thing is that we think a want to be, when in reality, very few of us are who we want to be, and we don't know how to become who we want to be. That's why we need other people. Relationships with people and transparency with people unlocks that potential inside of you to really become something greater.
Yeah, and I want to speak to the student right now who doesn't feel like they're valuable because they haven't found someone to value them yet. You know, I was thinking about the whole idea of a misfit. Literally, you don't fit. And you feel like you don't fit because, you know, either people are shunning you or just it's just instinctual. You know you're not like everybody else. And, you know, students run the danger of significantly misvaluing their life and really selling themselves short by defining their worth on the basis of what someone else or some group has valued them as. I thought of this little example, and I know you'll like this, Torrin, being an artist yourself, of a student finding a Da Vinci masterpiece in a garage sale by accident. And they take that Da Vinci masterpiece, and they don't know that it's Da Vinci because they don't know their worth, but they go to the lunchroom of their high school and they try and sell it. And imagine, you know, the type of bids that they would get from the students in that room. Some people would say it's stupid and ugly and old school, and they would never in a million years buy it. And they may get a bid as high as $25 or $50, but that's it. But what they don't realize is they could sell it for $1 million in that lunchroom, and somebody else could sell it for $10 million the next day. They don't recognize the value that's there. And so, you know, in the same sense, a masterpiece is not made to fit in. True value is in the fact that it's unique. It's not the same as everything else. But here we are as students trying to find value in being like everyone else. We've got it completely backwards. The fact of the matter is you will never fit in. Why? Because you're a masterpiece.
Yeah, that is so good. I love that. It reminds me of being in high school, but I wasn't trying to sell stuff. I was trying to get money. I'd be like, hey, let me get a dime. Let me get a quarter. Because this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I just reverted back to 8th grade. It was terrible. But if we were able to, for a second, if we could really think about what would this be like, because that's what Upfluent is about. It's about what do I do with the messaging that's in culture, good or bad, positive or negative. How does that inform who I am, who we are as a generation, and then what do I do with that? I think the big challenge here, Joe, is to knock down these walls that keep us from realizing we're a masterpiece, but also that the person sitting across from us is a masterpiece. And they may be broken, and they may be in pain right now, and they may be struggling, and may not look like much of a masterpiece. But if we could get to that point, we would realize that we're all in the same place, we're all wanting the same thing, and that's something bigger than cool, right? That's being whole, being loved, being accepted. And if we could see each other, it would change the world for real.
Thank you for watching. You have been Upfluenced. Check us out. Thanks.